12 o'clock. We'll start the regularly scheduled meeting of the Bradley County Planning Commission. Welcome, everybody. Ashley, would you call the roll, please? Oh, here comes Mr. K. Wood. We'll wait till he gets here.
Mel Griffith.
Here.
Doug Haywood.
Here.
Janie Bishop. Max Phillips.
Here.
Keith Jones.
Here.
Richard Burnett.
Here.
Josh Rogers.
Here.
Randy Howard. Jolie.
Here.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Thank you for being here. I'll ask for, before we get started, I want to officially welcome Joe Lee onto the committee. Joe, thank you for agreeing to serve, and we think you'll be a good addition to this group. Thank you for being a part of it. Looking for approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Is there any additions, corrections, or deletions to those minutes? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved.
Have a motion? Second? Second, Dr. Mel. Ashley, would you call the roll, please?
Yes. Josh Rogers.
Yes.
Mel Griffith.
Yes.
Doug Haywood.
Yes.
Max Phillips.
Yes.
Keith Jones. Richard Burnett.
Yes.
Jolie.
Yes.
Okay. Pass. All right, at this time, it's time we elect officers to the group, and we have 3 officers that will be elected: chair, vice chair, and secretary. We'll take a motion to nominate someone for the chair position.
Nominate Richard to continue.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Do I hear a motion to close the floor for nominations? Motion, Mr. K. Wood. Second on that, close the floor, Max Phillips. All right, Ashley, would you call the roll for the nominee?
Josh Rogers.
Yes.
Mel Griffith.
Yes.
Doug Haywood.
Yes.
Max Phillips.
Yes.
Keith Jones. Richard Burnett.
Abstain.
Jolie.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, the next position is vice chair. Open the floor for nominations for vice chair. Okay, I have a motion for Max Phillips. Any other nominations? Do I hear a motion to close the floor for nominations?
Motion to close.
Motion to close, second? A second on that? Would you call the roll for Max Phillips as vice chair?
Josh Rogers.
Yes.
Mel Griffith.
Yes.
Doug Haywood.
Yes.
Max Phillips.
Abstain.
Keith Jones. Richard Burnett.
Yes.
Jolie.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Congratulations, Max. You'll do a great job. Your check will go up greatly. It'll go from 0 to 0.
I need to sit in a different spot.
Yes, if you'll go right out in the hall, no, just kidding. Just kidding. Janie has been our secretary in the past, and I asked her if she would serve again, but I can't make that nomination. But we'll take nomination for secretary now.
I make that nomination for her continuous Janie Bishop to continue as secretary.
Okay, is there a second for that?
Motion to close.
Okay, motion closed. All right, no other nominations. Ashley, would you call the roll?
Josh Rogers.
Yes.
Mel Griffith.
Yes.
Doug Haywood.
Yes.
Max Phillips.
Yes.
Keith Jones.
Yes.
Richard Burnett.
Yes.
Jolie.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's the elections of officers. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Max and Janie. Janie does a great job. She's out with her, she has illness in her family, so keep her in your prayers if you would. The first rezoning request is on Steve Bullens, 1784 Benton Pike, tax map. You can see the parcel there from to commercial to C3 highway commercial. Is there any discussion from the group or audience that wants to participate in that, or questions? Any questions from the committee or discussion from the committee?
Well, it's currently grandfathered in. It's like an automobile shop and trucking shop, and they're wanting to get it zoned correctly, and it should be zoned C3. It meets the minimum square footage standards and everything. So, and we haven't had any. I've notified all the surrounding property owners and the ones across the road, and we haven't had no.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion or questions? Entertain a motion to approve or deny.
Second.
Okay. All right. Ashley, would you call the roll, please?
Josh Rogers,
Yes.
Mel Griffith,
Yes.
Doug Haywood,
Yes.
Max Phillips, Keith Jones, Richard Burnett,
I have to abstain because of a banking relationship with Mr. Bullins.
Joe Lee.
Okay, all right, motion passed. The next order of business is right-of-way abandonment on David Hammond and Dana Suits right-of-way abandonment request. You can see all the information. There's an aerial map there. Mr. Bentley Thomas, would you give us some input on that, please? You get it?
Yeah, this is an unopened right of way in the Eleanor Drive subdivision. I don't know what subdivision that is, to be quite honest. South Hills, yes. And we have a process that we have to go through. They've submitted the request with a check for $75 and then put together a plat that shows the part of the right of way going to this lot and the other going to this lot and them abandoning it. If y'all approve it, I'll go to the county attorney, Crystal Freiberg, and get her to issue a quitclaim deed saying that the county has no interest in it.
Okay. Questions or comments for Bentley on that? Any discussion among the group? I'll entertain a motion to approve or deny. Okay. Keith seconds it. Okay. Ashley?
Josh Rogers,
Yes.
Mel Griffith,
Yes.
Doug Haywood,
Yes.
Max Phillips, Keith Jones, Richard Burnett,
Yes.
Joe Lee.
Okay. Thank you very much. The next one is a cluster development guideline amendment set for discussion here. You can see the cluster development are allowed for R1 and R2 zones. It's been brought to the staff's attention that the setback requirements listed in the cluster development guidelines are not consistent with the setback requirements in R1 and R2. The staff intends on drafting an amendment to the cluster development guideline to make them consistent for consideration for the February Planning Commission meeting. Bentley?
Yeah, Ben brought this to my attention. The sideline setbacks didn't make much sense in the cluster development guidelines. I don't know how they came up with those, and we just wanted to make them consistent with the R1, R2 zones. With a minimum instead of 3 on the side of 5, and then 10 on. Sorry, just give me a second here. Well, between 10 and 5 on the sides, and then there's a couple other things I wanted to take out as well. Ben, did you want to talk about it? I didn't give them this one. Sorry, I should have printed that out for y'all.
Mr. Berry, would you state your name when you go up there, please? We know who you are, but we need it for the record, please.
Thank you.
But the reason we're doing it in February is it takes a 30-day public hearing notice. I had to publish it back in December. But
Okay.
I really think this needs to happen.
Mr. Berry? Streamline, simplifies. Yeah, okay. Any questions for Mr. Berry or Bentley? I guess we,
I mean,
any other questions for Mr. Berry or Bentley? So Bentley, I assume then at the next meeting we'll vote on this, correct?
yeah, I'm gonna put it in the form of a resolution for
Okay.
you guys to vote on.
Okay, all right. Anything else you guys think of? Anything else for the good of the meeting? Any unfinished business? Okay, if not, we stand adjourned. Oh.
Yep.
Statement of interest. Nobody knows who the administrator is. I do. It is you. It has to be in by the 31st. So just if you've not done that, please make sure you get your statement of interest in by the 31st. Everybody good? And they'll send you an email. I got my email one day last week.
I gave him the information
Yeah, he's-
earlier.
Okay. Josh?
No, I've got to send his information to Nashville for them to send him the letter. But with him being appointed in January, I don't.
We wouldn't have to, I wouldn't think, since it's due in January 31st, but.
So I filled one out for my other role here in the county, but I did not receive a letter for this role. Do I need to have two separate ones then? Do you know, Bentley?
Yeah, I'd do one as constable and one as
I've not
planning commission.
I've not received a letter.
They won't send you one for this one.
Just need to go in there and do it.
Yeah, I actually did both of mine on the same one. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And they'll send you an
They
email
have all
confirming
y'all's
that they have it.
all the information, your emails and your addresses and phone numbers, and
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can contact them again. It's been okay.
Josh, I did mine on both on the same form, and I got an email confirming, yes, you have it for the constable and you have it for the planning commission. So, okay. All right. We're adjourned for real this time.